The morning sun barely creeps through your window, casting long shadows across your quiet kitchen. You pour your coffee, unaware that the next few hours could be setting a trap for your health. Japan's oldest doctor, a 92-year-old physician who's seen thousands of lives saved and lost, has a chilling secret. Most stroke risks start in the morning. There are 8 wrong morning habits, silent, everyday choices, that could be pushing you closer to danger. These aren't just mistakes, they're hidden forces stealing your vitality, and you don't even know it. Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal truths that could change how you start your day and save your life. Don't forget to subscribe to Golden Memories. The first wrong morning habit is skipping breakfast or eating the wrong one. You wake up, maybe rush out the door with just coffee or grab a sugary pastry, thinking it's enough. Japan's oldest doctor warns this is a disaster for your brain and heart. After fasting all night, your body craves nutrients to stabilize blood sugar and blood pressure. Key stroke risk factors. I met a woman named Linda, 68, who used to skip breakfast, thinking it saved time. She had a mini stroke at 66, a warning she ignored until her doctor pointed to her empty mornings. Studies show a balanced breakfast, think oatmeal, eggs or fruit, cuts stroke risk by 20% by regulating blood flow and cholesterol. Linda now starts with a bowl of oats and berries, and her energy and clarity are back. You don't need a gourmet meal. Swap that donut for whole grains, add a piece of fruit. If you can start your day with nourishment, you're not just eating, you're shielding your brain from harm. Don't let a skipped meal be your first mistake. Fuel your body and take control. The second wrong habit is diving into stress the moment you wake. You check your phone, scroll through emails, or turn on the news, letting anxiety flood your morning. Japan's oldest doctor says this spikes your cortisol and blood pressure, setting the stage for stroke risk before noon. Stress hormones constrict blood vessels, a silent trigger for brain damage. I knew a man named Tom, 72, who started every day arguing with his TV over politics. His blood pressure was a roller coaster, and he didn't connect it to his morning habit until a dizzy spell landed him in the hospital. Research shows morning stress increases stroke risk by 30% in seniors. Tom switched to a quiet morning ritual. 10 minutes of deep breathing, no screens. His heart rate steadied, his days calmer. You don't need to meditate like a monk. Try 5 minutes of silence, a gratitude journal, or a slow walk. If you can keep stress out of your morning, you're not just calming your mind, you're protecting your arteries. Don't let stress hijack your day. Start with peace, and you'll outsmart danger. The third wrong habit is neglecting hydration. You wake up dehydrated after hours without water, but most reach for coffee or nothing at all. Japan's oldest doctor emphasizes that dehydration thickens your blood, raising stroke risk by making it harder for your heart to pump. I met a woman named Margaret, 75, who used to feel sluggish every morning, blaming age. Her doctor found mild dehydration was spiking her blood pressure. Studies show drinking water first thing improves blood flow and cuts stroke risk by 15%. Margaret now starts with a glass of water with lemon, and her mornings feel lighter. You don't need fancy drinks. Drink 8 ounces of water before coffee, maybe add a pinch of salt for electrolytes. If you can hydrate first thing, you're not just quenching thirst, you're keeping your blood flowing smoothly. Don't let dehydration silently strain your heart. Drink up and stay strong. The fourth wrong habit is rushing out of bed too fast. You leap up the second your alarm rings, maybe to beat the day's demands, but Japan's oldest doctor warns this sudden shift spikes your blood pressure, a major stroke trigger. Orthostatic hypotension, when blood pressure drops as you stand, hits seniors hard in the morning. I knew a man named Frank, 70, who'd jump out of bed and feel dizzy, brushing it off as getting old. One morning, he blacked out, a warning of stroke risk. Studies show gradual waking, sitting up slowly, stretching in bed, stabilizes blood pressure and cuts risk by 25%. Frank now takes 5 minutes to ease into his day, and the dizziness is gone. You don't need to overhaul your routine. Sit on the edge of your bed, Breathe deeply, stretch gently before standing. If you can slow your morning rise, you're not just moving, you're guarding your brain. Don't let haste harm your heart. Ease in and stay safe. The fifth wrong habit is overloading on caffeine. That morning coffee feels like a lifeline, but too much sends your blood pressure soaring, stressing your arteries. Japan's oldest doctor cautions that excessive caffeine, more than 2 cups, can trigger morning heart strain, especially in seniors. I met a woman named Ruth, 73, who drank 4 coffees before lunch, thinking it kept her sharp. Her palpitations and anxiety were stroke red flags, unnoticed until her doctor intervened. Studies show limiting caffeine to 1 cup reduces stroke risk by 20% by keeping blood vessels relaxed. Ruth switched to 1 coffee and herbal tea, and her heart feels steadier. You don't need to quit coffee. Stick to 1 small cup, sip slowly, try green tea or water after. If you can tame your caffeine, you're not just waking up, you're protecting your arteries in that critical morning window. Don't let coffee become a crutch. Balance it and thrive. The 6th wrong habit is ignoring morning movement. Most seniors sit too long after waking, reading, watching TV, or lingering over breakfast, letting their bodies stagnate. Japan's oldest doctor says light morning movement, even 10 minutes, boosts circulation and lowers stroke risk by improving blood flow. I knew a man named George, 77, who used to spend mornings in his recliner, feeling stiff and tired. After a stroke scare, he started a 10-minute walk around his yard. His energy returned, his balance improved. Studies show morning exercise cuts stroke risk by 25% by reducing blood pressure and inflammation. You don't need a gym. Try gentle stretches, a short walk, or chair yoga. If you can move in the morning, you're not just waking your body, you're fortifying it against stroke. Don't let stillness steal your strength. Move and claim your health. The 7th wrong habit is starting the day with negative thoughts. You wake up worrying about health, money, the world, and let those thoughts spiral. Japan's oldest doctor warns that negative thinking spikes stress hormones, raising morning blood pressure and stroke risk. I met a woman named Alice, 71, who started every day dreading her aches and bills. Her anxiety was a silent strain on her heart, unnoticed until a doctor linked it to her morning mindset. Studies show positive morning rituals, like gratitude or affirmations, lower stroke risk by 15% by reducing stress. Alice now writes 3 things she's thankful for each morning, and her days feel lighter. You don't need to be a saint. Try 1 positive thought, a prayer, or a moment of gratitude before starting your day. If you can shift your mindset, you're not just thinking, you're protecting your brain from harm. Don't let negativity cloud your morning. Choose hope and shield your heart. The 8th wrong habit is skipping morning health checks. You wake up and go about your day, ignoring small signals, dizziness, fatigue, a racing heart. Japan's oldest doctor stresses that morning is when your body speaks loudest about stroke risk. Most seniors miss these clues, thinking they're just age. I knew a man named Henry, 74, who ignored morning headaches until a stroke nearly took him. A simple blood pressure check could have warned him. Studies show monitoring vitals, like blood pressure or pulse, cut stroke risk by 30% by catching issues early. Henry now checks his blood pressure daily and tracks how he feels. You don't need fancy tools. Use a home monitor, note your symptoms, talk to your doctor. If you can listen to your body each morning, you're not just living, you're outsmarting stroke in that critical window. Don't ignore your body's whispers. Check and stay ahead. You're still here, aren't you? That means you have the power to change your mornings, to rewrite the habits that could steal your health. Japan's oldest doctor has seen it all, and these 8 mistakes, skipping breakfast, diving into stress, neglecting hydration, rushing out of bed, overloading on caffeine, ignoring movement, negative thoughts, skipping health checks, are traps you can avoid. You're not just aging, you're fighting for a life of strength, clarity, and freedom. The world wants you to stumble, to think these habits are harmless. But you know better now. Pick one thing to change tomorrow morning. Eat well, breathe deeply, move, check your health. Your mornings aren't just the start of your day, they're the start of your future. I believe in you. Go show stroke it doesn't stand a chance.